And we live. Yeah, man. Fuck. What a journey has it been. Um, and what I'm about to share with you guys, not even my parents know this, not even my mom and my dad. Let me just put you guys. There you go. Yeah, only a selected few people actually know the story, so they're probably gonna find out the same time, if not even later than you guys. And the purpose of this video, if you guys can go back to my channel, so my channel is not like a channel where I can post every week or whatsoever, although I would like to. But my channel is more of documenting my life and just making sure that I get to the stages that I want to in life. And I'm proud to say that in the previous video, I talked about how broke I am, how I'm still living with my parents, and all of these other stuff. After I recorded that video, I remember putting in effort and planning and strategizing in order to make myself or put myself in a better position, and I've done exactly that. Um, so with that being said, if you guys remember, I was broke. I'm still 25. I'm still broke, but I'm doing better, if I may say. I have my own job right now, so I can take care of myself. I'm in my room. I don't live with my parents. I'm sleeping on an air mattress. I think I'll show you guys. I'll just insert like um, the picture of it because I took a picture the first day I moved in. So I'll do that. And I wanna share the secrets that actually got me to this position that I'm in right now. The secret is intent. If you're not gonna have intention in your life, you might as well just kiss it goodbye. You might as well just wait for the day till you die. Because without intention and without intent, you're not gonna go anywhere. Why do you think some of these girls sometimes they're like, yo, dude, what are your intentions with me? Because it's the intent that's gonna show you interest and it's gonna show what you want, right? So, yeah, man. Hey, whenever I think about this story, I always think about so many individuals that were like involved. Um, and an individual that was very involved into this was my friend Jabu. So, my boy, when you see this, thank you so much. So I've been planning and strategizing and everything, and then in my planning, I get a call from Jabu. Now this is how the story ends. I mean starts. So I get a call from Jabu, and he's like, "Yo, dude, there's a job opportunity on this side. You can come and coach, um, make a little bit of extra income, just get out the house, whatever the case may be." So I hit him up because there's some family complications that I don't feel too comfortable about sharing it online back at home. So I couldn't just pack my bags and leave. So I had to strategize and just look at the chessboard and be like, okay, what is the best possible move that I have here? The best possible move that I had was to make sure that I leave home with my parents knowing that I do have a plan when I get to Joburg. They won't just let me go. Okay, that's just how parents are. They're concerned about your well-being, and fortunately enough that I've had, you know, a mom and a dad that really, really do cares about me. So in my situation, I couldn't just up and leave. So I remember showing my parents like fake messages and stuff like that, showing them that I've got a job this side, and they believed me as their son. I don't think they had a choice. Um, so long story short, they believed me. I came to Joburg. It was not as easy as I'm making it sound right now because other things had to be in place in order for me to be, out. But those things were there, and I came to Joburg. I came to Joburg with only 300 in my account. Um, man, I came with blankets. I didn't even come with a spoon or I didn't come with anything. I just came with 300 and my dad's old car. So because they believed me that I have a job this side, they obviously poured in petrol for me. And I told them that I'm living at a friend, and the friend doesn't mind me living there with them for a month. With him for a month, and they believed me, you know. But the real intention was to come this side and find something solid for myself. The real intention was to find a job, right? And I remember, and this is another thing that I want to talk about. If you're gonna have intention, but you're not gonna have God on your side, things won't happen. You can forget about it. Just forget about it. You need God on your side. He's your ally. Like He knows everything that is happening in your life. You need Him. Without Him, you can't be anything. Okay. So I had the intent of coming to Joburg, and I got to Joburg, got to a friend's place, we chilled, um, and then I started hunting. You know, like almost every day I was hunting. Almost every day I was putting in my CVs, sending in my CVs. That's why I don't get when people say that there are no jobs. I feel like there are jobs. You're just not looking at the right places. You're just not talking to the right places. Just not talking to the right people also. So I got you. I crashed the jobless place for a whole month. But in that month, in 3 weeks, by the grace of God, I found a job. You know, I won't mention where I found the job and everything like that, but I found a job that can now put me in a position where I can pay my rent. You know, I can invest the money in things that I really want to learn. You know, I can eat, I can pour petrol, and I can do a whole lot of stuff for myself without even involving my parents, without even involving my mom or my dad or anybody in my life. Okay, so it has given me the independence, right? So just to track back a little bit, I got to Joburg at my friend's place, crashed there. Within 3 weeks, I found a job. That month end, I moved out of his place. I went back home. I went home for like a month because they gave me a month, notice in order for me to start. So I went back home. And then at home, I told them some story that the first job I got fired in, blah blah blah, whatever. They still think the same thing. They still think that guy still needs to pay me and whatnot because all of that stuff. So they're probably gonna find out with you guys right now. So with that being said, I want to talk about intent and me coming to Joburg, not having a job, not knowing where I'm gonna get it, not knowing who am I gonna talk to get it or any of these things. The intent was there. And because the intent was there, God placed people in my life in order to help me out. And that's exactly what He did. Um, I don't know if I should mention his name, but his name was Lonwabo. He knows himself. So my boy hit me up. He says, "Yo, dude, there's a opportunity that is out. Apply and see what happens." I applied. They liked me. Went for the interview. Killed it. Within a day, they said, "Yo, dude, you're the perfect candidate that we want." But none of that would have happened if I didn't have the intent to come to Joburg, if I didn't have the intent to have a job, if I didn't have the intent to put myself in scenarios or in places where somebody can tell me that there is a job opening out there. So you have to have intent, but as much as you have intent, you have to have God on your side. Like now I know that I'm capable of anything that I put my mind to I can get. That's the epiphany that I got from all this experience. My mind is the only thing that I can genuinely control. I can't control the weather. I can't control how I feel sometimes. I can't control what's going on with people around me. But what I can control is what I think. And I think that in order to have a successful life, you have to have intent and you have to have God on your side. I know now when God shows up for me. Do you guys know when God shows up for you? I know that God shows up for me in troubling times. I know that God shows up for me in good times too. But I personally know that whenever I can't figure out a way, that's when God shows up for me. So that means that I need to put myself in situations where God can avail Himself. I need to put myself in situations like, starting a business, and then God will come up. After starting that business, go to that investment company and say, "Listen, I want you guys to invest for me." And pray about it, and God will show up. So I need to put myself in scenarios or in situations where I can't see a way out, although I might have the feeling of how, the outcome might be. Um, although all of those things are in mind, I just don't know if it's going to happen or not. I need to put myself in situations like that for God to come up and show up for me. And that's a very valuable lesson that I feel like I can share with you guys. So if you're dead broke, living with your parents, you can't even take out yourself for food or whatsoever, you need to have intent in your life. You need to have the intention of finding a job. You need to have the intention of starting that business. And even if you can't find a way out, just know that God will show up for you. You still need to talk to those people. You still need to interact with certain individuals. You still need, to be on the internet and get certain information. The intent needs to be there. And if it's not, it's going to be a long life for you, my friend. So yeah, I thought I should share that with you guys. Today is the 2nd of August. Literally, like, it's my second week at work. So I'm in a okay place. It's gonna be a tough month for me, but like I said, whenever I don't see a way out, that's where God shows up for me. So I hope you find your answers, to when God shows up for you. Whenever things are happening in your life, don't just be like, oh, okay, cool, thank God this is over. No, analyze why He was there. Analyze why He blessed you like that. And then once you can find out, put yourself in those situations again. I know right now that my dreams and the things that I really want to achieve, I need to have some sort of intent. Even though I don't have the answers, even though I don't know the outcome, I know that God will show up for me because I have that intent. So yeah, that's a very powerful thing that I feel like a lot of people a lot of people need. Right. And if you're dead broke and you're watching this and you're gonna go to a next video, um, yeah, man, that's you're gonna have a long time. You're gonna have a long life. Without intent, you're gonna have a long life. And I'm realizing this at the tender age of 25. I wish I could have realized this a long time ago, because then I would put myself in those situations. And actually thinking about it right now, whenever I put in myself or whenever I put myself in situations where I didn't know what's gonna happen that side, God always showed up for me. So now that it's ingrained in my brain, that's all I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have the intention to do good, the intention to do the things that are right, the intention to put myself in a situation where I know God can show up for me. And some of you guys are gonna listen to this and be like, no, but what if I have the intention of killing somebody? If you kill somebody, you're a dog. If you kill somebody, you're a coward, you're weak, you can't control your emotions. Okay. So it gets to a point whereby you need to have intention in the right things. You need to channel, your energy into the right things, starting the business, getting to gym, getting a job, learning something new, interacting with people and being as brutally honest as you can be also. So the intention needs to be there, but it needs to be channeled in the right way. And if it's channeled in the wrong way, then I think it's Newton's law where it says there's an opposite and equal force in everything that you do, right? So if the intention is malicious, something opposite is going to happen. So the bad side is going to happen. So if you intend of hurting somebody, guess who's going to show up for you? The devil. So you want the devil or God to show up for you? Okay, so that's something that you gotta think about. Don't have the intention to hurt somebody. Just have the intention, to do good. Because otherwise, what's the point? What's the point of living? God is very important. You need Him by your side. You can't do God. You can't do life godlessly. You can't. And with that being said, signing out. Sharp with fit.